Okay, so I was sitting here talking to myself, and it was after I read a post on Twitter. I get some of my ideas from Twitter, and I know that's stupid, but let me just kind of show you real quick what gave me the idea, what popped into my, and it's something I'd actually been thinking about for a while, and it was an idea I had, right? And after I saw this post, I was like, oh God, this is so dumb. Yeah, it's like generate any 3D structure in Minecraft with just a prompt, powered by Meshy on Fall. And I don't, I can't speak for everybody else, but I don't like this. I don't like doing like, it sounds like AI crap. I don't know. And it's still like creative mode. It's like, so like, yeah, I don't know. See, it's still like, uh, no, that's a big no for me. It looks like shit, by the way. That's not what I want. Oh God. Okay. Yeah. No. Okay. So this completely defeats the point of Minecraft. I love your whatever that is has been so date. Blah blah blah. You know what? I'm not even going to read what I said, but everybody's like talking about things. You know, the reaction to it and everything, and I don't really need to read it, but it made me realize something. An idea I've been tossing around in my head for a while. All right. So in Minecraft, building things is tedious, but I don't want to go into creative mode to make it any easier. And really, my problem with building in Minecraft is that is this methodical, is that the right word? I don't know. Just this tedious methodical sort of, I think the word's methodical, just just block at a time bullshit. Sorry for cursing. Block at a time bullcorn is stressful. It's so stressful, and I will be halfway through building something, and I want to give up. I'm done. I don't want to do it anymore. I'm bored because it's so. I'm bored out of frustration. So this is an idea I've wanted to pitch for a while. I'm going to try and keep this as clean as I can. I know I just cursed, but I'm going to try and keep it as clean as I can in case it gets back to Mojang, or however you pronounce that. You know, if it gets back to them and or to a modder, maybe a modder can make this because I think there's already mods for this, but the way those mods work is it basically is creative mode. I think basically that's not what I want. So let me explain what I want, and maybe a mod can be made. I don't know. So what I basically want is what I call a build mode. Build mode is not creative. It uses the actual resources that you have in your inventory. If you don't have the resources, it doesn't work. And it's a very basic sort of feature. It's a very basic sort of mode. Build mode, as I'm calling it, will allow your character to just kind of stand off where it's standing, zoom kind of like this, but not quite like this. But, you know, kind of like what they're showing in this video, but not at all like this. What I'm hoping for, what I want, and I don't know if maybe a modder's already made this, but it's an idea I've had for a while. It's not really cheating, it's just making building less stressful. So you would go into a point and click interface with your mouse, and you would sit there and say, draw out in the 3D world with the resources you have. It would use them up as you build it, and if you don't have the resources, it'll stop you and it won't let you do what you're trying to do. So say you want to build a wall. The wall is 3 blocks. You're going to draw it out 3 blocks tall and 12 blocks wide, right? All right. So as you sit there and drag and draw it out, and it's only within a small area. You can't like go traveling way out. Do you see what I'm saying? So you can't move the mouse beyond a certain point. And what you'll do in this build mode is you can just drag and drop and draw out your walls. And as you draw it out, the resources in your inventory, you know, the number counts down because you're using it up. It's not really cheating, or in my mind, it's not cheating because you're still in survival. It just, you kind of go into this mode where you build without cheating, without using creative. and it uses what's in your inventory. So just to sort of streamline building in Minecraft, it's an idea that has been in my head for a while. And again, maybe there's a mod that does this already. All right. I know there's a mod that lets you build in Minecraft that you can, yeah, I think point and click and build. But what I want to see, and I would like it, I'd rather it be more official, is just this very simple thing where you go into you kind of click something in your UI or in the status bar or a key or a button or something, and it switches over into that mode, and then you easily just draw out a wall, draw out another wall, draw out your roof, maybe just draw it out, and it can be basic, and then you can, after you've drawn out the walls the way you want the walls, the way you want them to intricately be drawn out and everything, you can then return to regular mode where you're in first person walking around, and then maybe add fine not final, but finer details, finer, little intricate little details into the build that you're building in the traditional mode. And the reason I keep thinking about this kind of an idea, and I really wish it would be an official thing that they would actually include. Lord knows they'll try and shoehorn it into Bedrock. I'd rather it be in Java. So what you would do is you would do all that, then go into first person, your regular mode, your regular kind of walking around first person, and then add all your touches in. And the reason I want something like this is because it is so time consuming and stressful to build things that you're building that by the time you get done with it, or by the time you get so far into it, it's stressful. You don't want to. Maybe it's because I'm ADHD and autistic. Maybe it's the autism and the ADHD. I don't really know. But I just get, after a while, the charm of Minecraft is lost as I'm building a build, and I get so frustrated, and I get bored out of frustration. The frustration causes me to get bored and get tired of playing because of this block by block nonsense, you know? So this mode that I'm talking about, you wouldn't even be able to access the mode unless you had resources in your inventory. I just want to add a way of building things in Minecraft without it taking 40 forevers to place one block at a time. And I know there's people out there who rather do it that way, and for them it's fun. For me, it's not fun. I want to continue on my journey. I want to continue doing other things, and I don't want to take hours to work on something. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's why I would like for them to introduce this kind of a mode. And one of the things that gave me the idea for this mode was watching a game that's being made. He puts up videos now and then for Lay of the Land. In Lay of the Land, you literally, as long as you have the resources, you literally just kind of go into a mode where you set up and draw out the intricate shapes and walls and shit. It's, again, I didn't mean to curse, but you do it like that. And I love that idea. And I really wish there was something similar to that in Minecraft. And that is exactly why I'm kind of pitching this idea, because I am so stressed and tired of the way Minecraft is. And I know there's a lot of people who are probably going to get pissed at me. You're going to get angry. And you're justified in that anger because you don't want to see Minecraft change. But this is like an added option. This is something that would just be in there to drastically reduce the stress and frustration of building out your bases and whatnot, and feeling like it's not taking 40 forevers. That way you can move on to another build and just get more done in less time with less stress. But you would still be required to have those resources. So you're still playing it like you would play regular survival. And that's my idea. I don't know if I've gotten it across all that well, but that's my idea. And like I said, I realize that there's already like a mod that kind of does that. But as far as I know, it's not a simple thing that's like a restricted mode that just makes it easier to build shapes out of blocks, walls and whatnot, things of that nature. But I would like to see something like that, but still part of the core gameplay without feeling like cheating. I mean, I guess in a way it could still be considered cheating, but really it's just a way to make it less stressful while still playing and still using resources properly and still like it. And that's my idea. And that's it. That's 10 minutes of 10-minute video. Before I step out of this video, before I end it, I want to send a shout out to Lord Blazer. I got the poster. All right. It'll go up soon. I've got to finish cleaning my room, which let me show you behind me. There's not much on the floor. And I know people are going to bring that up. There's a bag over there that's got wait, is that that's not even my trash bag. Oh, that's right. I got rid of a lot of the trash. I got to pick up the rest of the trash that's over there. There's not a lot. I have been cleaning. I have been doing my damnedest to get this place straightened up, and I'm going to move stuff around. I got this kennel I'm going to do something with. I think I'm going to turn the kennel the other way, facing like the other way. And I just kind of wanted to throw this in the last of the video and just kind of talk about this real quick. I'm going to sort things around and move things around. I'm almost done. I almost got it cleaned up. You know, people like to piss, bitch, and moan about my room and my everything behind me being a mess. It's not going to be that way for long. And I'm going to start putting other posters up back here, by the way. I had the idea. Maybe that'll spruce up things a bit. I have a Dragon Ball poster right here. I'm going to take it down, right? And I'm going to move it behind me along with the actually, hang on just 1 second. Let me grab something. Just to kind of prove to Mr. Blazer. Here it is. Mr. Blazer, I got it. There it is. I'm not going to unroll it right now because when I unroll it, I'm going to immediately go sticking it up on my wall. Why am I wearing my shirt like this? Put it on and I didn't pull it down properly. You could see my weird fat gut. Anyhow. So yeah, I just got it today. I ended up having to reorder it before I end the video. What happened was I'm used to Amazon when I order this kind of stuff. I'm used to it being sent by way of UPS or any of those other delivery place, UPS or you know the other ones. I shouldn't have to FedEx or whatever. Apparently the people who I ordered this through, they only deliver USPS. So when I put my physical address, it tried to send it to the town that my address is in at a different post office that I do not have a PO box. And so it got sent back. And so then I had to get the money back. And then I had to wait till I had more money again because I had spent the money that I got back for the poster on food. And so then I got money again, my own money I used, and I ordered it. And this time I had to go to my PO, since I realized they use USPS to get to deliver their posters. I had it sent to my proper PO box, which for anybody who wants to know, that is my PO box is in my channel thing. If anybody wants to send things, I got it today. I had to redo it. It took forever. It took a while, but yeah, I gotta get up some more stuff from behind me. It's not done quite, but we're almost there. We're almost to the point where this is not so bad and people can't complain about it anymore. I'm thinking I'm going to put some other posters up there. I want to get a Ghostbusters poster because I'm a huge Ghostbusters fan. So I want to get a huge poster for that. And that's it. That's all I had. That's everything I wanted to add on to the end of this video. Getting back to the other topic. Yeah, it's an idea I've wanted to pitch for a while. It's an idea that I've wanted to have for a while. I've wanted to see in Minecraft. The likelihood of it ever happening doesn't seem likely, especially not to an official capacity, but it's something I would love to see. I hate it. The only other idea that I keep wanting to see officially in Minecraft is the ability to build a mobile aquatic base. The problem, and when I say aquatic, I mean like a ship. Like, I want to see that in Minecraft so bad, and there's currently no official way to do that. You have to use mods and stuff like create mod and whatnot, which I'm not doing that. But I want to see something. That's the other idea that I've had for a while. It's like they would have to change up world generation though. Like right now I'm using a mod called Continents, which makes the world proper. Minecraft, the world in Minecraft, the world generation is like mostly land with little bodies of water. Things that are supposed to be oceans don't really feel like oceans. They feel like lakes. They feel like large lakes. They don't feel like an ocean. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm getting at here? Right? They feel like just giant lakes and whatnot, and the world is mostly made up of land. The continents mod that I use changes that to where the world is mostly, it's just like our world where there's a lot of ocean, and then you have continents and islands of all shapes and sizes that you come across. That is the way the world should generate, in my opinion. That's not how it generates, but that's how it should generate, if you ask me. That's the only other idea. The world would have to generate like that for it to be useful, but I would really love that. Of course, there is a game, and I have to mention it because I've been testing it out. There's a game called, oh, Jesus, right off the top of my head, I can't remember the name of it. Oh, it's in my library. Give me a second. Everwind. Everwind, who that actually does this already. There's islands everywhere. I don't think there's continents, but there are these islands, and there's islands in there's islands up in the sky and whatnot, and that's really cool. But I would really love to just see ocean travel. Could you imagine building a ship that is basically your mobile base? You wouldn't have a base in any one place. You would have this base on the ocean with all your chests and everything in it, and you would travel around. Again, I know you can do that with Create, but I really wish you could do that and just, yeah, there's stuff I would really like to see. Again, I think there's already mods for some things, but I don't think it's quite what I'm suggesting. But anyhow, I thought this was worth making a video. I thought it was worth it. One more shout out to people. I don't stream on YouTube anymore. I now stream over on Kick. All right. I don't know if I have the information up for that. I know I put it in the posts in my community. So if you look there, you'll see about it. I even put the link to my Kick. And the whole reason I want to throw this out here, the whole reason that I want to stream on Kick now or anywhere else, honestly, is YouTube has become so stringent and stressful, and they will get you over the most mundane garbage, and I'm tired of it. It's absolutely ridiculous, and that's the one of the reasons I don't want to stream here anymore. That's why I'm on Kick, and that's why I'm going to be doing more streaming on Kick. It has to be. Anyhow, this is the goof. No, it's not. I'm stupid. This is Mikey today. I'm going to go later. God, that sucks. What's wrong with me?